Good morning from Down Under, everyone. My name is Waymet Splits, and we're continuing our Let's Play series of Rogue Trader Lex Imperialis DLC and Void Shadow DLC. I believe this should be part 42 in the series, if memory serves correct. Um, so we have entered Kiava Gamma and um, begun our journey to
Always keep your eye on the
cleanse the planet
prize.
of people who are clearly heretics, for sure. Um, we did Heinrich's quest, and then we picked up our little robo friends back here. Um, so we will get right into it. Hopefully we should be able to finish the entire planet today in this part. So if you like the series so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. Otherwise, we shall offer a toaster up to the algorithm priest, and let us begin. Um, Alrighty, so
Keep your
we
wits
want to
about
head
you.
over here and go back all the way over here. And then spin this around. And
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
we can loot all this stuff. Go up this way.
It is sad that the beautiful and lush
And we'll
Janus
loot
has
this
been
stuff.
overcome by such grievous calamities. The world
And then we're
is
gonna avoid
very
going
beautiful.
left. For now,
Heat, humidity,
we're gonna
vicious
avoid
fauna.
that. Just keep
I'm
that in
tempted to
mind for
ask
a
what
little
passes for
bit
ugly
longer.
and dangerous among you
Because we're
navigators.
gonna go to right first
Like
and
a
do a
plan.
couple of things. Worry not though, we will inevitably deal with that
Just as
stuff.
I planned.
First, we want to go over this way.
That's how it's done.
And we're gonna see this person here. So, if memory serves, this guy had same surname as the person we were chasing for Pascal. Uh, Identify yourself. There's a Hanneman. Are you the one who stole Magos Thurs's personnel code and made an attempt on his life? You're a heretic, are you not? Giving you another chance while you use the name of another. Pascal, do you have any preference regarding the killing of your former tech comrade? Does not violate some kind of protocol or another. A wise decision, Pascal.
I'll make an example out of
Alrighty,
you!
so we got a few enemies. Honestly, this fight is nothing. So we will begin the classic Alpha Strike setup. Click later over there. So you can see our little corrupted servitors have their own turn order too. Something tells me they won't get a chance to act, but it's fine. So what do we got here?
Understood.
Take a shot at him.
Glato, we're undertaking this task.
And then we will just
I'll brush this off. It's as good as
hit him
done.
ablaze and practically one-shot him already. And Argenta
I'll
can
do
do
it.
that. Bolter, Bolter.
Doubt
Take another
is for the
butt
weak.
shot. Henrix can kind of do the same thing.
Let's see to it.
He'll just hit this guy instead though. And Cassia can drop that down.
I'm not accustomed to being
Gather
ordered
them all
around.
over. Up. Got down on a lot of them. Action points, what? Alright, 2 sneezes later.
Request approved.
That was wonderful.
Running binaric
Put
override.
that on him. Head over here, I guess.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
He buffed
Me?
a lot of them.
If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't
And
the witness the
do that.
fury of House Orcelio?
And we'll just make this guy dance a little, I guess. We'll buff our
Me?
character too.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
And Heinrichs. So I guess we
I'll
should
put
buff
my psychic
Heinrichs for
abilities
well.
to use.
Do that, do that.
I won't go down easy.
Burn. He's probably resistant to burn. And I think about it.
Naturally, the Inquisition sends their regards. But of course,
Do that.
Lord
We'll pop
Captain,
Heinrichs'
for the nothing stands
action and we can
against me.
stab this guy down.
I'm done with this one.
Easy fight. What if it's contagious? Pascal, we
I
should
always
probably
keep
have
my
a
options
chat
open.
about you violating certain things, but it's fine. Plus 10 to logic, that's nice. Pascal. And the logic. Better plasma gun, about time. Alrighty. So we will go gather up some loot. I'll set that up. Which, as you can see, is just like another bit of fast travel to get to the Lex guy if you didn't want to do it right away. Honestly, it's like 50-50, doesn't really matter about the order you do it in.
Do you require inquisitorial approval?
May as well. Nope, don't have everyone selected. Go up, move around. So we'll...
This explorer tool is blessed with multifunctionality.
Move these.
Easily done.
Move everyone out of the
I will
way.
lead us to fortune.
Do that. Get this item here. Grab this.
Is there money to be made?
Go over this way. Okay, the game auto-saved for us, but I am going to drop a save of my own. Well, we've got an item back over here first. There we go. We're going to want that. Open this up.
Keep your wits about you.
The machine god grants me insight.
Alright, so this is related to one of our side quests, this part here. So bring your electro to the scanner.
What a peculiar thing.
So this is where we need this. And we'll drop another save.
Fate and
Get my
fortune
character to
favor
go
the
for a little bit of a
bold.
wander.
Well,
There's,
what do we have here?
Yeah, traps everywhere.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Oh, everyone, that's not what you want
When
to
the
do.
faithful are idle.
They fear to look at me because of my appearance. I fear to look at them because of their rotten-colored soul.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure. This is intriguing.
That's where the other one is. Go there. The good thing that these our little friends here don't set off things. I will input the code for disabling the gas supply. Disable the traps. And then request the data. So now that we have all of them, we can go back on our ship and deal with it. That's all that sorted there. Now we will exit this section here. And let's go have a fun fight. Now, the last time we fought a Chaos Space Marine, it was named and it was a mini-boss. Let's see how well this one fares. Yeah, they talk about the primeval truth, because that's what the Word Bearers do. They're the Chaos Legion that is, makes the most out of summoning demons. Requires Dogmatic Foa. Interrupt the summon with Paean to the God Emperor. We got Prey against effect, which is +1 action points.
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
Oh, there's a trap there. We don't care, because, well, again, we kind of know how this goes, right? The Southern Dance. Alpha Strike just kills everything, so it doesn't really matter in the long run. I don't care if Hymex is part of the Alpha Strike or not, actually. Argenta can take a one-pot shot from the back, it shouldn't matter. I've got to make sure I start putting Salamorn in the first line when I do this stuff. So, Missionary Oath.
Spiritual prognosis is favorable.
We'll do that. Pop that.
The Order. No heretic escapes punishment.
Do that. Turn to our shield. Pop
On
that. Pop that.
I'll make it happen.
Pop that on
Who,
Space Marine, I
if not
guess.
me? I'll see to it personally.
So that was like a nice quarter of his health, I guess. What's his turn order looking right? So he is nowhere near first, so that's kind of good. Wow, he's actually pretty far back in the turn order. No, we'll save all that for after Cassia. So can kind of begin the fun and joys that is
If I may,
Cassia dunking on everyone. So we'll do that. We'll gather
I
them
am a
up.
navigator, not a servitor.
Then pop that. One bolt around to the Marine.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
And Pascal can expose weakness to the Marine.
Request approved.
And do that.
My competencies are not that universal.
Right, so that's done. Now Cassie's turn. Pop that on all
Me?
them.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
We'll try to make
Isn't
this guy
this a
come
job for the
down.
serfs?
And do this. Okay, so this guy's probably just doesn't want to be affected by it. That's fine.
Me?
We still hit everyone
now
anyway.
You're clad in scarlet.
Now, did the big boy get stunned? No, he didn't. That's fine. He's not going to live anyway. Alright.
my perfect
Let's hit
moment.
prime.
Witness the fury of House Orcelio.
Oh look, everyone's dead. Alright, so we will just casually disarm that.
I better myself through my
The
service.
traps are nice in the battle and everything, but when you don't have to actually jump the enemy, you don't really have to worry about it. So we get a heretical bolter as a Astartes equipment. So that bolter is pretty much useless in its entirety, which is a bit of a shame. Archdrage's mantle. All bonuses from the whereas combat tactics in the area plus 5 rounds. So we'll take that. Pascal might like that item. Yeah, so that is Pascal's to keep for all of eternity.
Terminated.
So and like I said before, loot is a little bit weird in regards to Rogue Trader. You can very well find items that
I always have a backup
this
plan.
way, that serve as best in slot as early as Act 1 and Act 2. Unlike games which say Wrath of the Righteous, where generally the more you play a game, the more likely you are to get better items. I haven't been down this way yet.
My Auspex has detected something.
We don't want to do that. So what we want to do is we
I
want to
always keep my options open.
get
I woke up with a
Argenta,
feeling of
step
wonder,
over here,
as if a field of flowers was blossoming
pop the
nearby.
barrel.
A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
So I'll take a wander over here.
The Emperor favors me today.
Tech use.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Access codes we don't have. I don't think I've forgotten anything, so we'll continue on then, and we'll see if we can come back and
Is there money to be made?
deal with that. So we'll go over here. There's trap.
Nothing escapes my
More
sight.
traps.
Duty prevails.
And then
I better myself through my service.
so we will go over here, and we'll begin this fight. So big boys here. Because the schemes of ruined powers are powerless against the servants of the God Emperor, who are guarded by his light. I saw the strange constructs on the lines of the manufacturer. What mad machines are you creating here? Oh no! There's more of them. Big Bertha 1 and Big Bertha 2. Right, addressing the Forge Fiend in the room, as it were. These ones are by far... so obviously if you have corruption, you could pick that one. Or the God Emperor.
You will beg
Yeah,
for
so
mercy, but I will grant none!
If you're a heretical, you can actually have one of these as a pet. Now, when I did this fight last time, Cassia pretty much one-manned armied the entire encounter. So this is going to serve as a bit of a test to see just how nerfed she got. I can't imagine that she's going to kill the entire encounter on her own, unfortunately. But it would be interesting nonetheless. Glad I can go over here. My character's there. Alright, so we're going to set up aggressively. Just because we are going to still begin to nuke everyone. So the standard missionary
The
oath.
Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
We'll pop the
I'll see
standard
to it personally.
standard things.
It's as good as done.
So do that. Agenta can pop that. And she can fire one round into that guy. Cassia can drop that on herself.
If I may.
And then we're going to begin the process of gathering them all. So we will do this when it comes to her turn. Same thing with we're really tempted just to do Word of the Emperor.
I won't object
Yeah, we
to
will.
it.
Then Solomon can just pop a shotgun round.
One of us would be enough. Except the Lex is
And the good thing about these
inescapable.
Forge Fiends is that they don't have like the stupid counterattack stuff on the one we fought before. So
Running binaric override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running binaric override.
and then we will analyze enemies on the big boy.
The Omnissiah knows all,
Alright, Cassie's
comprehends
turn.
all.
So we will gather them all up again still. We will hex all the major
Me?
players.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
We will drop this down on these folks here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Then gaze upon them
Isn't
all.
this face the navigator's might?
Okay, yep, so clearly didn't kill them all right away. Do that. So we will find this hour, I think, our rogue trader.
In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
So one Forge Fiend is disabled, so we don't have to worry about him.
Who, if not me?
Gonna
On
set you
it.
alight again.
Don't let your guard
Come
down.
over here, Hacky
I'll make it
Slash.
happen. Consider this a taste.
That one's dead. Um, we'll burn that guy. We will.
Your end
that.
was inevitable.
I will
I'll see to it personally.
iron on myself. And then Carnival
You
Misery.
should feel honored to witness this.
Alright, so we'll pick up everything. A new potential axe. There's an arc rifle that we'll never be using, so it doesn't matter. Mars Pad and Lasgun, we'll never be using those, so those don't matter. Do that, move that one back over, move that one back over. What was that one? 20 to tech use. Put that on. Better stats. So put that on. Alrighty. Alright. I will quickly level off camera and then we will continue on. Just drop a quick save and I'll be right back. Which will seem all but a moment to you. Okay.
What ails
So
you?
as I was leveling, I looked into something very quickly. It turns out I may have accidentally
Keep your
forgot
wits
something.
about you.
It's too far back to actually go and rectify. But apparently I must have missed one interaction when I was in a previous system that has to do with this bit over here. So I'll quickly go and sort it out now. I have Toybox fixed it just for this to show it off. But when we were on the Fireborn, you do dialogue and you get the codes for this. It's part of a rumor. Obviously, I missed it,
Rise to the top.
which
or
isn't
get
like me.
left in
I'm
the
not really good
dust.
at clicking everything. And we have certainly visited the area that it was all in. So that's just my bad. But as you can see, there's some loot in here.
This explorator is blessed with
So we're just going to take it
multifunctionality.
all. As you can see, there's this fire digi weapon. Now, I'm not going to use the fire digi
I
weapon or
always have a
anything like
backup
that,
plan.
just because I did miss the conversation, so that one's on me. But obviously, to show it off, I Toybox fixed it. But yeah, so you should be able to easily get those items without issue. And I'll just have to be a little bit more careful in the future about making sure I interact with everything. Alright, so these guys are all dead. That's all nice and fine. We don't have to worry about them.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Time to leave the planet, but before we do... Who or what are you? I am the sovereign of Kiava Gamma. This is my world, not a dominion of chaos. Where are we? Where have you taken me? What do you want with me? So clearly we get some options here. So I see no reason why we should not take this for the points. So we shall. You waste your time trying to tempt me. It is not blood that defines a person's deeds, only the will does. My will is thus be gone from my mind. It was a Chaos Space Marine. He said something about Theodore, about how the blood in my veins will lead me to serve Chaos. Alright, so we get some choices. We're definitely not doing that. We get more distracted by the looks of it. So we are going to purify it, the Dogmatic option. We get some more extractors, so again we can be a little bit more choosy now. So we'll start off a project right off the bat with Kiava Gamma. And we shall pick Restoration. So efficiency, plus steel, and mechanisms again. So clearly we want them. I mean, plasma gun is nice and all. We just got a new one. Clearly we don't need that though. But the mechanisms is what's nice about it. We'll execute that one. And we want this one as well. For that we need more mechanisms and we need more efficiency. So we will get there. Colony management. What was it? Alright, we want to do this one right away. Get it sorted. Uranus. Get this one sorted right away. Alrighty. Then we can get this one also sorted right away. As you can see, just doing this one planet has managed to kick off a great deal. And just for reference, for which system we had already been to, for that loot, this one here. Again, I don't know how I missed it, but apparently I did. But it matters not in the long range of things. Alright, so I could go back. Where do I want to head to? I could just go straight up to Dargonus to set up the hyperlane. Yeah, okay, we can do that. So I will set it up to Janus. I'll travel over there. Oh, we have visitors. That's fine because we were going to go to the bridge anyway to have a conversation with Henrix and to turn in the data vaults. Now we got both of them. Oh, and the dogs are having a little bit of fun, so sorry about that. Okay. What do these priests want? I'm gonna just mute my mic for a little bit because obviously the dogs are having a little bit of a moment. I have no idea what this is. But it's fine. So first things first, we are going to we'll talk to Heinrix. I'm just going to quickly see if there's bajillion weapons, so we could potentially pull that one off too. I'll hold off for now, but yeah, probably do it. Alright, so talk to Heinrix.
You have my complete attention.
Are you satisfied with the result of your mission on Kiava Gamma?
More than. The data we retrieved is already in the hands of the Inquisition, in the custody of those who can extract the secrets of the future from the claws of chaos. The sacrifices made to the Cogitator will not have been for nothing. We dealt a blow not only to the cultists, but to the archenemy itself. I cannot help but be pleased. However, there is something I must tell you. Back there, at the Cogitator, my decision to let it complete its operation allowed me to... I can't even find words, to perceive something of what is to come. You deserve to know this. The cult is threatening the worlds within your protectorate, after all. I could choose to think of it as an echo of the past, or a specter of the future, but that's not it. Warp sorcery joins stretches of time together, violating the accepted sequence and flow of events. I heard a resonance of the person behind the cult. I faced demons more than once before, but this? I couldn't have imagined such a concentration of evil and corruption. I am convinced that one of the greater demons is behind the cult of the Final Dawn. Beware the day when that demon finds a way to appear in this world.
Touching the Cogitator did something to you. I want to know what.
No servant of the God Emperor has closer dealings with corruption than the agents of the Golden Throne. In its quest to guard the Imperium against its foes' most devious and secret schemes, the Inquisition seeks to understand the essence of evil. It is not enough for us to burn or cut down a rotten seedling. We must study it, understand it, touch it. Every time any of us do our duty, we are risking our very souls. But when it comes to Psykers, the soul of a Psyker is especially enticing to the archenemy. I was operating the machine created by the servants of the archenemy, and in doing so, I attracted the attention of the cult's master. Thank the throne that it was only a glancing touch. If it hadn't been, we would not be speaking here today. When I touched the cult's cogitator, I drew the thousand-eye gaze of evil upon myself, as any agent does when they interfere in the schemes of those who serve the ruinous powers. And that evil undoubtedly left an invisible mark upon me, as it does on any acolyte who fights against the archenemy. And this will be the case every time I do my duty. I know a good deal about the fates of those who have served the throne before me. Enough to know that my path leads to one place, and one place only.
What are you going to do next?
My visit to Kiava Gamma did not produce answers to all my questions, but we did succeed in dealing a blow to the cult by destroying the Fabricator Sensor's machine. I have directed my spies to track the sect's surviving leaders. I am certain that they will have useful information for us soon. Though small, this is a victory for the Golden Throne, and I have you to thank for it.
I think that will be enough for all.
Now that my mission is concluded, I can devote my time to other things, such as that long-promised conversation with the Lord Captain.
It would be a pleasure. Why don't we go to my study?
After you, Lord Captain.
You can relate, of course, your life was changed beyond recognition as well. I do not think a black ship is an acceptable environment for a child. What are you saying? So what are you saying? What you are saying is that this labored conversation is a pretext for studying me. Then I'll pick the next topic if you don't mind. We'll go with Tell Me a Secret. What is your favorite color? Your favorite food? Involving almond sec and cheese. We'll avoid that one. Let's talk about what interests you instead. Normally I would pick everything, but knowing some stuff for future decisions, I'm trying to avoid any decisions that seem like he's trying to get them to spill the beans. So I'll do the law check. Observe. I am pleased I see a hint of passion in you at last. Perhaps it would be easy to find common ground over a game of regicide. I know how to play regicide, perhaps we can talk over a game from time to time. I suppose it really is time to end our conversation. Alrighty, so that's all nice and done. So I might call the episode there. In between, I'll go see if we have any more conversations on board. I imagine there'll be one with Pascal, but I will have a quick look, and then we will turn in the caches, and then continue exploration. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.